Brain health. After 65 essential vitamins, you're probably missing. Here's something that might surprise you. Right now, at this very moment, your brain could be quietly losing its sharpness, not because of age, but because of something much simpler. Something you can actually fix. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your memory isn't quite what it used to be, or you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or names just slip away when you need them most, it might not be just getting older. It could be 5 specific vitamins your brain is desperately asking for, and most people have no idea they're missing them. Welcome back to Wellness Explained Pro. I'm so glad you're here today because what we're going to talk about in the next 15 minutes could genuinely change how your brain feels and works. Starting as soon as this week, we're going to explore 5 essential vitamins that your brain needs after 60. Vitamins that most seniors are running low on without even knowing it. Now, I'm not talking about magic pills or expensive supplements that promise miracles. I'm talking about simple, science-backed nutrients that your brain uses every single day to help you think clearly, remember easily, and stay sharp. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these 5 vitamins are, why your brain needs them so badly after 60, and most importantly, how to make sure you're getting enough of them. Sound good? Let's dive in. Vitamin 1, B12, the memory protector. Let's start with one of the most important vitamins for brain health after 60, vitamin B12. Now, here's what most people don't realize. As you get older, your body actually becomes less efficient at absorbing B12 from food. It's not your fault. It's just how our digestive system changes over time. And when your brain doesn't get enough B12, things start to slow down. Memory gets foggy, focus becomes harder, even your mood can take a hit. There was a study done at Oxford University that followed hundreds of older adults for several years. And they found something remarkable. The people with low B12 levels actually experienced faster brain shrinkage. Their brains were literally getting smaller, faster. But here's the hopeful part. When they increased their B12 intake, that process slowed down significantly. Think about it like this. Imagine your brain is a beautiful garden. B12 is like the water that keeps everything green and growing. Without enough water, things start to wilt. Now, you might be thinking, I eat plenty of meat and dairy, I should be fine. And maybe you are, but many seniors, especially those taking certain medications like antacids or metformin for diabetes, have trouble absorbing B12 no matter how much they eat. The good news? A simple blood test can tell you if you're low, and if you are, a B12 supplement or even B12 shots can make a world of difference. Foods rich in B12 include fish like salmon and tuna, eggs, fortified cereals, and nutritional yeast. If you've been feeling more forgetful lately, B12 might be the missing piece. Vitamin 2, vitamin D, the mood and mind stabilizer. Let's move on to vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as the bone vitamin. And yes, it's essential for keeping your bones strong. But here's what researchers have discovered in the last decade. Vitamin D plays a massive role in brain health too. Your brain actually has vitamin D receptors scattered all throughout it, especially in areas responsible for memory and mood. When you don't get enough vitamin D, your brain can't function at its best. Studies have shown that seniors with low vitamin D levels have a much higher risk of cognitive decline. They're more likely to experience confusion, slower thinking, and even depression. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture a cloudy, grey day. Everything feels a little heavier, a little slower. That's what low vitamin D can feel like for your brain. Now picture a bright, sunny morning. Everything feels clearer, lighter, more hopeful. That's what happens when your brain gets the vitamin D it needs. Here's the challenge, though. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. Even if you spend time outside, you might not be producing enough. and most foods don't contain much vitamin D naturally. So what can you do? First, try to get some gentle sunlight on your skin for about 15 to 20 minutes a day, if you can. Early morning or late afternoon sun is best. Second, eat foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk or orange juice. And third, consider a vitamin D supplement, especially during winter months. Most experts recommend around 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day for seniors, but check with your doctor for the right amount for you. Don't underestimate this one. Vitamin D could be the difference between feeling mentally sharp or feeling like you're walking through fog. Vitamin 3, omega-3 fatty acids, the brain's building blocks. Now let's talk about something that's technically not a vitamin, but it's so important for brain health that I had to include it. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially two types called DHA and EPA. Here's why this matters so much. Your brain is made up of about 60% fat, and a huge portion of that fat is DHA. Think of DHA as the construction material your brain uses to build and repair itself. Every single day, your brain cells communicate with each other through tiny connections, and omega-3s help keep those connections strong and flexible. Without enough omega-3s, those connections start to break down. Communication between brain cells gets slower, memory suffers, mood can drop. Even your ability to learn new things becomes harder. There was a fascinating study where researchers scanned the brains of older adults. The people who ate fish regularly at least twice a week had noticeably healthier brain structures. Their memory centers were larger and more active. Compare that to people who rarely ate fish. Their brains showed more shrinkage and less activity in key areas. Let me tell you a quick story. I knew a woman named Margaret in her late 60s. She'd always been sharp as a tack. But over a couple of years, she noticed she was forgetting appointments, losing her keys constantly, and feeling mentally exhausted by mid-afternoon. Her doctor checked her omega-3 levels. They were extremely low. She started eating salmon twice a week and took a fish oil supplement. Within 3 months, she told me she felt like a completely different person. Her energy was back. Her memory improved. She felt like herself again. Now, I'm not saying omega-3s are a miracle cure, but they absolutely matter. If you don't eat fish regularly, you might be running low. Good sources include salmon, mackerel, sardines, and walnuts. And if you're not a fish person, a high-quality omega-3 supplement can help fill that gap. Your brain will thank you. Vitamin 4, folate, B9, the cognitive shield. All right, let's talk about folate, also known as vitamin B9. This one works hand in hand with B12 to protect your brain. Folate helps your body produce new cells and repair DNA. And in your brain, it plays a critical role in producing neurotransmitters. Those are the chemical messengers that carry signals between your brain cells. Without enough folate, your brain can't communicate with itself properly, and that leads to problems with memory, concentration, and even mood. Research has shown that seniors with low folate levels have a significantly higher risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. In fact, one study found that people with the lowest folate levels were twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's compared to those with healthy levels. That's a big difference. Now, here's something important to know. Many seniors don't get enough folate simply because they're not eating enough leafy greens and legumes. But there's another issue too. Some people have a genetic variation that makes it harder for their bodies to use folate efficiently. If you've ever heard of something called MTHFR, that's what I'm talking about. Don't worry if that sounds complicated. The simple takeaway is this: make sure you're getting enough folate-rich foods in your diet. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are fantastic sources. So are lentils, chickpeas, asparagus, and broccoli. Many breakfast cereals are also fortified with folate. If you're concerned, ask your doctor about testing your folate levels. And if you do need a supplement, look for one that contains methylfolate instead of regular folic acid. It's easier for your body to use, Protecting your brain with folate is one of the simplest things you can do. Vitamin 5, vitamin E, the antioxidant guardian. Finally, let's talk about vitamin E. This is your brain's antioxidant superhero. Here's what that means. Every single day, your brain is under attack from something called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust forming on metal. Your brain cells produce waste products and free radicals as they work. And over time, those free radicals can damage your brain cells. This is a natural part of aging. But here's where vitamin E comes in. It acts like a protective shield, neutralizing those free radicals before they can cause harm. Studies have shown that seniors with higher vitamin E levels tend to have better memory and slower cognitive decline. One major study even found that vitamin E might help slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease in people who already have it. Now, vitamin E doesn't work alone. It works best when combined with other antioxidants, like vitamin C. Together, they form a powerful defense system for your brain. So where do you get vitamin E? Nuts are one of the best sources, especially almonds and hazelnuts. Sunflower seeds are packed with it too. Spinach, avocados, and olive oil also contain good amounts. A small handful of almonds every day can give you a significant amount of vitamin E. Easy, right? Some people take vitamin E supplements, and that's fine. But I always recommend getting your nutrients from food first whenever possible. Your body absorbs and uses them better that way. If you do take a supplement, don't overdo it. More isn't always better. About 15 milligrams per day is usually enough for most adults. Vitamin E is one of those quiet, steady protectors that works behind the scenes to keep your brain healthy for years to come. Before we wrap up, I want to share one bonus tip with you, something that can multiply the benefits of everything we've talked about today. Stay hydrated. I know it sounds too simple to matter, but here's the truth. Your brain is about 75% water, and even mild dehydration can affect your memory, mood, and concentration. Seniors are especially vulnerable to dehydration because the sensation of thirst decreases with age. You might not feel thirsty even when your body needs water, so make it a habit. Keep a glass or bottle of water nearby throughout the day. Sip regularly. Aim for about 6 to 8 glasses a day, more if it's hot or you're active. And here's the thing, when your brain is well hydrated, all those vitamins we talked about work even better. It's like giving your brain the perfect environment to thrive. So let's bring this all together. If you're over 60 and you want to keep your brain sharp, focused, and healthy, these 5 nutrients are absolutely essential. Vitamin B12 to protect your memory, vitamin D to stabilize your mood and mind, omega-3 fatty acids to build and repair your brain, folate to shield your cognitive function, and vitamin E to guard against oxidative damage. The beautiful thing is, none of this is complicated. You don't need expensive treatments or restrictive diets. Just simple, consistent attention to what your brain needs. And remember, it's never too late to start. Your brain has an amazing ability to heal and improve when you give it the right support. Small changes today can lead to big improvements in how you feel tomorrow. You deserve to feel sharp, capable, and confident as you age. And now you have the knowledge to make that happen. If this video helped you understand what your brain really needs after 60, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. We share simple, science-backed wellness tips every day to help you stay strong, healthy, and happy. And if you found this valuable, leave a comment below and let me know which of these 5 vitamins you're going to focus on first. I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear from you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.